This is super weird. I know I am. All right. Well, we're Marion County Commissioners. I'm Danielle Bethel.
Kevin Cameron.
And I'm Colin Willis.
And we're excited to bring a video to you of updates of activities that we've done over this last week and a look into next week. So this currently...
Happy Friday, by the way.
Oh, happy Friday.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So this week we've covered two really important topics in Marion County. On Monday, the Salem Chamber and a few partnering chambers hosted a public safety forum that consisted of Marion and Polk counties, sheriffs, DAs, and all of our commissioners. You can find that information on the Salem Chamber's website, and I believe they also have a blog, and likely we'll post it on ours here in the future as well. And then in addition to that, all of the community has been concerned about the statewide issue of illegal marijuana. And we hosted a work session earlier this week with Oregon Department of Agriculture, the Oregon Liquor Control Commission, and the Oregon Farm Bureau. And we talked about the concerns that we have here in Marion County and ways that we can protect our valuable soil and the public safety issues that are around that. And looking into next week, we do weekly breakfasts or lunches all throughout the county, and we're going to be in Turner on Tuesday morning at 7:30 at the Turnaround Cafe. If you want to come out and join us, have conversations just casually with the commissioners, city councilors, and other public officials, you would be more than welcome to do that. And lastly, just for me, the election is on May 17th, and we want you to vote. So please get your ballot in, and if you can, drop it at a drop box versus putting it in the mailbox. Oh, I guess I'm turning it to you.
So, Turner Cafe, I haven't been there in a while. Great food.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Their meatloaf sandwich is unbelievable.
Nancy runs a great operation out there, so I'm looking forward. Oh, I'm going to miss it.
You are.
I'm going to be gone. Oh, well.
Well, I'll have a sandwich for you.
Yeah. Tell me all about it. One of the things that, in fact, I'm doing is sitting on the Ironman 70.3 2022 committee. Last year we had our first Ironman event here in Salem, and it was extremely successful. They've made a commitment to come back for several years, and so that's exciting. I don't have the exact date off the top of my head, but it's going to be happening again this summer, I believe in July. Brings thousands of people here to Marion County and specifically to downtown Salem. Last year we had to stop a train and we had to slow down the river, and we learned a lot through last year. So I'm excited about participating in that and seeing our community come together for the second annual Ironman here. That's something I'm excited about.
I just want to say thanks to our partners at the Railroad and Army Corps of Engineers to help with those two very important ideas to keep people safe.
Yeah, I remember.
That's a big deal.
I got a call from Angie, and I go, "What do you think I am? I mean, who can slow down a river, right?
Yeah.
Like, or stop a train?
Yeah.
I'm not Superman."
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, the Army Corps can slow down a river, we've learned, which is great.
Or speed it up.
Not great.
Yeah.
It's a great event for our community and brings a lot of people from out of town here and brings a lot of business to our small businesses here. So it's pretty cool. I want to jump back to what you were talking about, Commissioner Bethel. Public safety is really important, and I learned quite a bit at the two meetings we had this week. One of the things that I think is so special about Marion County is how the different agencies collaborate to keep us safe.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty complicated system, our public safety system. So the state runs the prisons and also runs the court system. We, the Marion County Board of Commissioners and the sheriff, we coordinate to run the local jail. And then the local police agencies are independent of us, and they do a lot of the on-street keeping us safe right out in the community. And I think one of the things that a lot of us, we talked about is that work to be both compassionate, but then also hold people accountable when they commit crimes. And how do you do that well? And I think one of the things that Marion County does really well is we have something called the Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion Program, where folks who are addicted to drugs, illegal substances, at the point of contact where the police first talks to that person, instead of immediately just putting handcuffs on them and taking them to jail, they do an assessment and find out if this is somebody who would actually be more successful if they were in rehab and got stable housing and got back on their feet. And we actually hire people, and people work for us here in the county who help our police and our sheriff's deputies with that work. Many of them have had a background in substance abuse, and so they really know what they're doing there. A similar thing, I think, is really interesting with the way that we, our district attorney's office and our sheriff and local police engage with victims of sex trafficking or prostitution, where instead of coming down with a hammer on the person who maybe shows up for the appointment, they're really looking at who is the trafficker, who is that young woman working for, and how do we hold that person accountable. So how do we get resources to the woman who may be under duress, pressure, and how do we make sure that she's safe and has the resources she needs, and then how do we get upstream from her and find out often who the men are who are using coercion or force to keep her down, keep her in that work. And I just really appreciate the compassion that our folks have who are doing that work, and then also how seriously they take it, and how it's really the focus of them, of our district attorney, our sheriff, our local police agencies, to really keep our community safe and hold people accountable when they hurt other folks in our community. So I think that was my takeaway from that meeting. I thought it was a really good meeting. The other takeaway I had is, with the illegal marijuana activity that we've been seeing, is if you live in rural Marion County and someone shows up with a deal that's too good to be true to rent your property from you, it's too good to be true. We are seeing situations where you have illegal organizations showing up, renting your land for way too much money, renting somebody's land for way too much money, building really shoddy houses, growing illegal marijuana really fast. Greenhouses. Leaving solid waste afterward, and illegally pulling water for those operations. And it's harming the surrounding farms. It's harming our community. So if someone shows up with a bunch of cash, with a shady document, and wants to pay you too much money to rent your land for 3 months, please call the police and let us know about it, because that deal probably is too good to be true, and it's probably somebody who's trying to harm our community.
Agreed. Do you want to touch on any of the proclamations?
Oh yeah, we did 4 of them yesterday?
Yeah.
4 of them on Wednesday?
Yeah.
And the one that, they're all important. Older Americans Month in Marion County, National Nurses Week, and that's the one that I kind of highlighted because of what our nurses went through in the last 2 years. Foster Parent Appreciation Month, and Mental Health Awareness Month. But the nurses, it was great to have. What would we have this week? We probably had a half a dozen or 8 nurses come and share the emotions that they've been through and what they saw. So it was great. It was really an honor to be able to be there and listen to their stories and honor them this week. Yeah, it was good.
Because they've had a hard 2 years, those nurses in our community.
Yeah, they have. Okay, well, thank you everybody in Marion County. We're hoping that these brief snippets of updates from the commissioners help you get to know us a little bit better and what we're doing here in Marion County. And always, you can find information on our website or reach out to us individually just to connect, because we're here for you. Have a great weekend.